Watch this trip story. It may unlock in your mind that you're not actually being enlightened, but you're actually being deceived.
A demon met me in the forest whilst I was searching for God on psilocybin. It flooded through the streets in my soul until it found a road it wouldn't venture near. I had been searching for God for 13 years using psychedelics. I found a quiet clearing in the forest and took my high dose. Fever came over me. I felt nauseous and I began writhing around in the twigs. Suddenly to the right of me I noticed this black cloud hovering just above the floor, and the cloud was enmeshed with silence. As the dark silent cloud engulfed me, something disembarked and entered into my gut. The being was quite impersonal and it began scanning me. Before I took the substance, I had prayed to these entities, allowing them into every nook and cranny of my soul. This one pulled out this scanner, starting at the bottom of my stomach and pulling it up and down. It found these little knots, and it would discard of these knots inside my being, like scoop it out, discard of it. Being then move up into my brain. Started fast forwarding, flicking through all these memories, distortions, beliefs, fears, unspoken conditioning. And I was like, yes, get rid, don't need that. These are all attachments which are holding me back from enlightenment, from working out who I am, who God is. The being started talking to me, telling me how I was stuck in the interplay of the self. Didn't realise that I was God. It got deep down within me and it found this tab, and it was quite blasé by this point, and it was like, I found this tab down here lodged in your being and you kind of need to get rid of it for me to continue. And I was like, what is the tab? And it was like, it doesn't really matter, but you just need to get rid of it and we can go to the real core and you can dissolve into a state of isness. But I was like, no, show me. And it was like, okay, I'll show you. This little name here, it just is in my way. It's Jesus Christ. And I was like, I bookmarked it in my brain a long time ago subconsciously. I wanted to look into him to see what it was all about. I can't really work with that name deeper within you. I can't go further. You've got to let me get rid of it. No. I still want to kind of look into that. Can you just keep working and just leave that in there as a side note? That interaction went on for a while until I put my foot down. I was like, no, you're not taking it. And poof, the being disappeared. And I was like, stone cold sober, looking around in the forest. For the first time I realised, maybe there is something to this Jesus. Walked out the forest. Not feeling enlightened or trauma-healed, but curious. Why did this being not like this character? Jesus. And that's my look.
Why was it that the only thing that the spirit wanted to get rid of was the name Jesus? I know. Because Jesus Christ is real. There's power in his name and he still lives. I thought this video was great because it unlocked in my mind how something more spiritual is actually happening beneath the veil when you're using psychedelics. I myself had an experience just like this gentleman, and I'm going to share that very, very soon.